Hello, welcome to Silver Thread Sewing. I'm Diane. This is Friday Sews. So I hope everyone's well. I appreciate you stopping by my channel. I say the same thing every time. That's my intro, I guess. But I do, as always, want to say thank you to Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room for starting the hashtag Friday Sews and for allowing all of us to join in. It's a great way to find each other and to find people who have the same interests as we do with sewing. I have sewed some this week and I've pulled out a lot of stuff to show you, and I have some things that I want to show you that I have sewn and some fabric and some different things. So first I want to show you something that a dear friend of mine had sent to me this past week. So you know how I'm always, no matter how bad it gets, I always say it'll be fine, it'll be totally fine. I'm not sure where she found this, but she found this cup. I'm fine. I'm fine. Everything is fine. Get a load of the kitty cat. So this is so perfect, and I just love it. So thank you, Jean. Oh, I am wearing my little red, white, and blue Simplicity top that I made quite a little while ago, maybe even, I'm not sure. I did a video about it, but I'm not sure when I made it. It's Simplicity 9546. And I really like this little pattern. It's just a cotton top, but I would like to make the one with the fluttery little arm details there, maybe. But I think it's just a really cute little pattern. I did lengthen it just a little bit, but love that pattern. So, like I said, I've been sewing a little bit this week. I want to show you what I have done first, real briefly. So, I had the Love Notions Lyric top and dress, and it is a peplum style top or dress. And I kind of fell right between the A and B cup, and I thought, I don't really know what the difference is. Looking at the pattern pieces, it's kind of hard for me to tell. It's a flat pattern piece, and I thought, I'm just going to go ahead and make the size 14 B cup and see how that turns out. Now, I have used a cotton sheet to do my toile, my practice garment. So this is the Love Notions Lyric Peplum top. It's not quite finished. I don't have buttons down the front or buttonholes, but everything else is done. The sleeves are in, the darts are in. I finished the peplum and it is hemmed. I just mostly need to do the buttonholes, the buttons, and finish the back neckline with bias tape. But I went ahead with this one because I was unsure because of the sizing what to do about making either an A or a B cup. So this one is the B cup version, and it has an integrated facing right here on the front that just folds in. I think it's the neatest way to finish a front that I have ever seen. I love it. That way you don't have to cut the facing separately and sew it on and turn it and all that. Just really neat and pretty, and I really love this pattern. So the way this one fit, I'm going to hopefully show you. I had too much fabric in this area. It was just kind of puddled up. The waist, I think this is supposed to hit at your natural waist, but I'm a little bit more narrow, a little bit higher up. So I didn't really like where this one hit me. It kind of made it hard to close right here in front around my tummy, and it just wasn't as flattering as I had envisioned it being. So, as I often do, I just pulled it up at the shoulders, and it's like, wow, everything fit perfectly. The waist looked good. It looked neat. The peplum hit at the right place. It just looked so much neater and so much better. It was still too big right through here, but I thought, okay, I'm going to cut out the exact same size, a size 14, and I'm going to use the A cup version, and I'm going to shorten it by 1.5 inches. Now, the sleeves, as I hope I have shown you on the first version, they hit me perfectly. They fit fine. Everything was good through the shoulders. I think it was pretty good. So I didn't want to change the armhole. I didn't want to make it any shorter. So I went just below the armhole and shortened it by 1.5 inches and moved the placement of the darts. I shortened the waist darts and I moved up the bust darts by just a bit. And this was my second attempt. And as you can see, it looks just like the first. The same bed sheet. I used the same bed sheet. I thought that would help comparing them to see how differently they looked. But otherwise, they're the same. But I was just so amazed and surprised at how much better the 14 with a cup fit me, and the one that I had shortened. So I'm learning those things. I'm not learning them fast. I'm learning, but I still have to go over and over and over the same thing. But I did notice that pretty soon. So when I raised that up by 1.5 inches, everything just fit so much neater and so much better and was more comfortable. I didn't need any extra arm room or anything. Everything was comfortable. So I am going to make another one of these. I want to make a dress version. And I have this... I have this fabric, which it's a border print, and it's a rayon challis, and it's navy and white, and it has just a little bit of light blues in it, and it has this solid border at the bottom, or striped border, I guess you'd say. So I want to make that, but I know I can't make the circle skirt. The pattern has a circle skirt, which is like the peplum. That's a circle skirt, short. But with this fabric, I'll have to do the gathered skirt version. And I'm just a little bit afraid that it might not be as flattering as the circle skirt. But I want to use this fabric with the border. So I'm going to attempt to make that with this fabric and just do the gathered skirt version for it and see how that comes out. But I think that I've got enough fabric, I think, that even if I needed to, I could recut and just do a circle skirt and leave the border off. So I've been making my pajamas, and I've got several pair that are finished. I'll accept the elastic around the top, and when I get those finished, I'll take some pictures of them and show you. But I've been kind of taking my time on them and just kind of using that as my stress-free sewing, because they're simple, they're easy, and I've just been finishing the inside on the serger. So it's been really quick. But I did have a question about when I batch cut, how do I stay motivated to sew up the things that I have batch cut? And it's really, for me, maybe I won't have an hour or two that I can sew in a day. Maybe I'll have 30 minutes or 20 minutes. Or maybe less than that. But I can lay out my fabric on my table and lay my pattern pieces out. And as I get time, I can come down and cut a little bit out and have it ready, or batch cut a few things. And then when I have a few minutes to sew, I've got projects that are there waiting. Or maybe when you kind of lose your sojo, as I think it was Katinka from the seamstress at the cottage was talking about the other day, she'd kind of lost her sewing mojo. So when you kind of get one of those that you want to sew in your mind, but you really don't want to sew, you don't have anything that's inspiring you or anything that you have ready, but maybe you'll have something simple, something that you like to make. Maybe you'll take a break and make a pillow, or like me, maybe you'll just make some cotton pajamas. It's kind of sewing, but it's not like involved sewing. It's not something that you have to be kind of stressed about or feel like it has to be just perfect, and something that fits you. So I've pulled out some patterns, and there's a few pieces of stuff that I want to get made. I don't know how much time I'll have. I've got some fiscal year church work I've got to get done, a bunch of financial stuff and tax stuff, and so I don't know how much time I'll have over the next 2-3 weeks. But when I have a few minutes, I thought I could come in here and just piddle. So I know a lot of people make New Look 6216, and it is this top and pants pattern. And I really want to make View C. I think it's the one the model's wearing too. Just a simple little t-shirt. And I have a lot of t-shirt patterns or just little shirt patterns. Now this one is for stretch knits, so it is a true t-shirt. But I also like those little pants. I think they are just so neat. And I don't remember who makes this. I want to say Carol from So Carol makes this a lot, the shirt. But I might be wrong about that, so don't hold me to it. But it's a popular little pattern, and it's simple. Now, I've got another shirt pattern. It looks a little different. It reminds me of one of the Love Notions, the title dress, where the back piece kind of comes around and makes kind of like princess seams. This is Simplicity 9229. And if you can see, and I don't know if I can show you, but it looks like the back pieces are coming around toward the front. Not maybe far enough to make a princess seam, but kind of give you that kind of look. And then the back pieces are very neat and clean. And it's just a little round neck shirt. So I thought that would be another one that I could get cut out and just try it, because I've got these patterns and I've got some knit fabrics that that I want to use up. So I thought, you know, you might find another favorite if you try more. Another shirt that I've been wanting to make, or another top, I guess, that I've been wanting to make is Simplicity 8601. And I would probably make, right now, probably version D, which is at the bottom. But this has been a really popular pattern. I know it's a little bit older. I've had it for ages, but I just haven't cut it out and made it. But I do like the short sleeves and the little tie at the front. I've got a ready-to-wear shirt that's a lot like that. It has a little tie, but it has grown-on sleeves, so you kind of have that fullness right here at your arms where they sit on. But this one looks like it has sleeve seams, so I'm assuming it has set-in sleeves. But either way, I like it. So there's a picture that I had found a long time ago, and I guess it was on a Simplicity page or website, because they're both Simplicity patterns, and I'll insert the picture that I'm using as my inspiration. But they had paired Simplicity 8839 and Simplicity 9612, and I am just amazed at how cute those two patterns look together. It's top and pants, and I'll show you that picture, and then I'll show you the patterns. Simplicity 8839 and version B. I love the sleeves. I love the way they have finished the sleeves. And it's paired with Simplicity 9612. And it is just these little pants right here. And that is the picture that I saw, and that's when I think I ordered these, or they were having a Simplicity sale and I picked them up. I'm not sure. But I like the tops that are in the same pattern as the pants. It's really cute and kind of similar. But I already have got a shirt that I made a long time ago out of a different pattern, and it is so much like that, and I just love those two together. Now, I don't have any fabric picked out for that yet, but that is what I really want to make. And I've also pulled out a couple other patterns just because that's what we do. So, Simplicity 8892. I really love these pants that the model's wearing, version D. I just think they look so neat. They don't have a waistband, and they look very similar to these. And I have no idea if I'm showing you that so you can see it. I'm bad at this. But they are so similar. Yeah, so I don't know. I'll have to work on it and measure and look at the finished garment measurements and all that fun stuff. But I do like those pants. I don't know that I have any fabric that would work for pants like that. I have one piece of denim. I don't think I have any linen. The only linen blends I have is kind of flowered or has a print on it, and I would like to have navy blue or gray, something like that. I think I would get more wear out of them. And then I had pulled out McCall's 8067, and I like version C. I like version C of that pattern. And I probably would make the neckline of the view that the model's wearing. It doesn't have a collar. Let me show you in the line drawings. So I don't really like collars per se, and I thought that I might make that. I've got plenty of shirtings and fabrics that would be good for that. And the last one I had pulled out was Simplicity 8949. And I'm on the fence about this pattern because of the front yoke. I'm going to show you the pictures or the pattern. And I think it looks good on the model. And that's the line drawings. Hopefully you can see, hopefully. But the way that yoke is kind of arched in the front and then the gathers right in the middle, I don't know that would look good on me. I don't know. But I really like all the versions, and I like all the sleeves. So I had pulled this out too because, like I said, I'm still in top making mode, but I'm making very little progress, as if you haven't noticed. But I have my two lyrics, so we'll just go with that for now. But I do have these additional patterns, and the only other thing that I'm working on other than this stuff in my pajamas, my daughter, I had taken a dress that she, a ready-to-wear dress that she likes and wears all the time, and I had made a pattern from that dress, and I've made her two. I made her one with daisy in a daisy print on black background, and I made one out of kind of a lavender background with designs in it, little flecks of color in it, and she loves both of those. And she asked me last week if I would make her another one of them. So I had her to come down and look at my pieces of rayon challis that I had enough yardage to make it, and she picked out this really pretty, it's kind of a burgundy, well, it's red, but it's a wine colored red. It's coming up pretty true right there. So whatever color of red that is, and it's a border print. That's the bottom of it right there, and a beautiful snow white background. So I told her this is what she picked, and I told her I would make her a dress out of this fabric. So that hopefully will be done in the next 2 or 3 weeks. Life-wise, we're all doing okay, hanging in there. The new medicine for my eye was approved. I go the end of next week for my next injection. I'm a little nervous about it just because it's a new medicine, and with new medicine comes, will I be allergic to it? Will it be different than the old medicine? But the goal is still the same, to try to keep my vision okay longer between injections. So thank you all for your prayers and your kindness and your thoughts about that, and for allowing me to share that with you on a sewing channel. Friday Sews is great because we get to talk a little bit about those things, about life, and about all the things that we're doing. We've had a kind of a busy month. We had breakfast at church for our fathers on Father's Day, and so I got to cook the bacon, and if I can find the picture, somebody sent me a picture of us in the kitchen working, so I'll stick that in. I was wearing a laundry day tee that morning. And also, we have Vacation Bible School coming up tomorrow. It's just an all-day event. We've done it, a whole week at a time. We've done it 3 days at a time. And now this year they're going to do a one-day all-in event. So hopefully that will go well. And just FYI, yesterday was 1 year since I lost my daddy. And I might put some pictures in of him and Mama, but it's hard to believe it's only been a year. It seems like 20 since we have seen him or heard his voice, or you know, heard him laugh. It seems like it's been 20 years, but it was a year yesterday. So, and that's okay. I wouldn't want to bring him back to suffering, and, you know how it is. You know how it is. But I will just leave you with all my mess on my sewing table and all these little things that I've thrown at you. Just remember, don't ever give up on sewing, because you'll never have time or money to get into any trouble as long as you sew. Thanks. Bye.